the immune system. We're going to be talking about the immune system today. And one thing about the immune system is that it remembers everything. It remembers the good, the bad, the happy, the sad. It also remembers that one time that you were in the club shaking that thing for a little piece of change, off on, what were we drinking back in the day? I was drinking like Hypnotic and Hennessy, those Incredible Hulks. It was and Rumpelmint shots. Like, who does it? It remembers those things. It even remembers the time when you told that person that you're gonna call them the next day because you were drunk off your ass, and then you wake up and you're like, you look at your phone, you're like, who the hell is this? You never call again. Wait! What it do, what it is, guys. I'm Coach Clay, and today we're talking about immunity. Mind meets immunity. Can you think of ways that we're thinking of ways that we can bring a stronger immunity? And I talk about the club thing because, like I said, our immune system remembers everything. So when we eat right, when we exercise right, when we're getting enough sleep, when we're not doom scrolling, when we're lowering our stress levels, our immune system remembers that. Our immune system remembers all those things, and it works for us or against us. And I talk about the club because I said it remembers everything. Remember in the club, man, you shaking that ass, bro?
Throwing it back?
Yeah, I can see you do that little...
Nah, never that.
Man, I remember back in the day, bro, like, clubs were fun.
Yeah.
Clubs were fun. Back in my day, clubs were fun. I would go out with my boys, and we'd be going out like 10, 15 deep, man. Yeah, that was back when my circle was huge, man. We go 10 to 15 deep.
$100 each?
Not
$1,500.
Gee, I know that, man. My people. Was it the Chris Brown thing? Talking about the club, you can't even get in.
Yeah.
Now I'm the type of person. I know people. I walk up to the front, give them that little nod, and hey. They with me. We all walk in. I let my G's feel like superstars.
Hey. like that.
But I was telling about that like quick segue, man, because I remember back in the day, man, the clubs were fun.
Yeah,
clubs were fun. You go out there, you dance, you shake that ass, man. You may find that one person and you like look at them for a little bit and you start slowly moving and then kind of like do that dance a little bit and then all of a sudden that connection happens, man. But like I said, I had a remembrance of my clubbing days, man. I don't miss it because now clubs, all they are, you just stand on it. You buy a booth for $1,000, and then you drink drinks with people that you don't even like.
Oh, right. You're already isolating yourself when you get the booth. Now you're isolating yourself.
Yeah, man. But I went with my homeboys one time. They're like, "You want to go out?" I was like, "Yeah, man, let's go out." And we went to one club. And I'm like, "Man, this is horrible. This is horrible. People just standing around, and they're like talking and shit like that. You're like, huh? You're trying to have a conversation. I think I'm too old for all that shit. But anyways, that's.
Well, I'm Dominican, so the club.
Yeah.
It was a dance floor. We was dancing.
That's it. There's no seats.
Yeah, everything to the side.
Yeah, because you're expected to go right in the center.
And we dancing all night.
Yeah,
hours.
All these YNs now, bro. Yeah. Like, what's up?
Hell no.
FYI, I hope you see this when you get older, Miles. You're not a YN. You will never be a YN. I set you up for success, not failure. Okay, remember that. I'm not a YN. I never announced myself as a YN. I never want to be a YN.
Right.
I grew up with privilege. That's why I talk like this.
Real quick, what's funny? While we were outside, Miles came outside. He was helping me bring all the things.
Was that nigga sagging in his onesie?
No, I don't know. In his onesie? No, I don't know. But he was like, my neighbors are crazy. I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, they're making so much noise, like they're just screaming over there. I was like, maybe it's kids. Maybe it's like kids. Like, I was like, maybe it's just kids having fun or whatever. He was like, yeah, but they have no rules. Man, once you enforcing rules,
Yeah, Yeah, this nigga ain't no YN. Anyways, but I'm sorry. The club.
Immune system.
The immune system. Let's get back on topic. You know, like I said, the immune systems remember everything. So it remembers everything. And I bring this up just because we're getting into that season, y'all. We're getting to that season where we have, you know, you go to Starbucks, you get those PSLs. My lady, she loved them PSLs, man. This is her type of season, man. The spooky season, bro. Yeah, man. White people and PSLs, dog. I don't understand it. I tried a PSL.
It's good. It's good.
I guess we all have our different perspectives on things. You know me, I'm a black coffee and protein type of G. Black coffee protein. That's my PSL. I don't need nothing else but black coffee. Put some protein. But yeah, to each his own. So we get into pumpkin spice latte season. We're getting to UGG boots. My daughter, she's ready to wear them Uggs, man. She was wearing around the house today in her little tights and UGG boots, man. I don't understand that.
Big t-shirts.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the style with these people nowadays don't make sense. We're getting to those two things. We're getting to cuffing season, man. You know what cuffing season brings. You're closer to, you all boot up like that one song.
You gain like 20 pounds. Relationship weight.
Yeah, relationship weight, man. And then what also occurs throughout this process is your immunity. You start getting sick. We start seeing more sickness. We started seeing more inflammation. People are being a little bit more relaxed. Why? Because the sun's not out, so we ain't outside shaking that ass like we ain't outside. Okay, city boys and city girls, they about to be inside. So when we inside, we're with people that, you know, we're cuffing season. So we're with people more. We talked about during this time as well too, how you're eating more, and you're not just eating more, just food, proteins, and carbs and fats, but your sugar intake is through the roof.
Right.
First season, you think about it. You go to Target or Walmart or a store, and what you see like in the aisles, you see all that candy and shit, bro.
A ton.
Everything that can cause inflammation, that can cause your immune system to weaken. So I want to like slowly go into the what if. So one thing that I had, I want to shatter this myth about just the idea of your brain and the immune system and how they're separated and isolated. So I want to talk about how your thoughts live in your head and your immune system lives somewhere else entirely. But it's all kind of interconnected. Some people don't think that your mind has anything to do with you getting sick, and that's not the case at all. And I want to talk about a few things, and I want to be a scientific nerd real quick. So there are a few names I'm going to bring out. One is the microglia, which is a cell that derives from the mesoderma. And what this is, it acts as like a scavenger in your CNS, your central nervous system. So you can think of it as like the janitor, the assassin. It goes in and creeps up on different types of bacteria, and like Assassin's Creed. And then I want to talk about, there's another thing, the white blood cells. If you guys don't know what a white blood cell is, it helps with fighting infections, helps with allergies. It's also a cleanup system that cleans up dead cells and debris, and also helps detect and also destroy cancer. And then we have, I'm going to bring up another word, it's the cytokine. Cytokine is signaling proteins that help control inflammation in the body. And then also T cells. T cells are just another way of fighting immune systems in the body, and germs as well too. So the first thing I want to do is talk about the microglia. So over time, the microglia, like I said, it's the cleanup crew. It helps with the maintenance. They prune the synapses, they clear the cellular debris, they regulate the inflammation system. But over time, it can become overactive. It can become fatigued and dysfunctional. And that a lot of times that can come over lack of sleep. So if we're sleep deprived, if we're constantly on our phones, doom scrolling at 12 o'clock at night when we should be asleep, or actually have stuff that we ain't do and we ain't doing, that can cause effects with that. And also the stress. stress, everyday wear and tear, the everyday hustle that we live, man. Like I said before, I'm a big proponent of the American way that we live is not like how it is anywhere else. We are all stressed, all depressed, all going through some things, and it's just because we live in this high-paced society that it's the thing with us is that it's like cool to grind. Yeah, where everyone else, you go to other places, what they doing? They chilling, bro. Like back where you at, man? Are they like us? Like
No, they're doing it in Dominican Republic. Everybody's really chill, especially once you get away from the city. It's like very kind of day to day chilling.
yeah,
But I wonder also. I saw this online somewhere. They were talking about how America is very young compared to the rest of the world.
yeah,
Like think China.
yeah. The
Think
advancement.
think how long their dynasty has been. How long they've been a unit, have been a country,
Yeah.
or whatever. And then you think about Italy. Italy has a long history, like very long, back to Romans, like a very long history.
Yeah,
And in America, our history isn't that long.
yeah. There's
So they're
truth
saying
in
that
that.
we're very young compared to
Yeah.
everyone else. So maybe
That is-
we haven't matured into that
Yeah, we
that
just little
part of it.
babies, man.
Just chilling,
It was chilling, bro.
just enjoying life and indulging, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, and meanwhile,
Just
back in
rhyme.
DR, bro, y'all chilling, eating plantains and rice and beans with a little bit of meat.
Stop, man. Chill. What you saw was a restaurant. You got paid.
Okay,
You gotta pay.
okay.
You gotta pay. At home, it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying?
They
At home, it ain't like that. It's a lot more. But
Okay,
the
I say
restaurants,
that.
you gotta pay. You gotta pay.
Yeah, I say that because my GB talked to me about how he's like, hey, bro, we need to take a trip up to DR, and I'm like, what we gonna eat? So he sent me some pictures, and I'm like, my G, that's a lot of carbs.
Hey, that's the way. Hey, the day before we go running,
Yeah, that's the carb load.
we gonna have a Dominican night.
Oh shit.
Dominican American fusion night.
But, nigga,
Have a
I
little potluck. We get ready for the morning.
I say all that because we'll go back to the stress. The stress that we live in every day, it can cause a decline in everything. And over time, like I said, the microglia, it will become fatigued or dysfunctional. And when that happens, inflammation goes up, the neutral circuits start to misfire, and then cognitive decline can accelerate. So I was reading in this study in where is it at? The Nature Neuroscience and related journals. It talked about how scientists have actually started exploring ways to replace or rejuvenate aged microglia. Now, kind of going a little bit further back, microglia actually naturally replaces itself throughout our age. About it's a slow process, about 28%, that will constantly, slowly die, but then it will rejuvenate. It will start to replenish itself. But there's science that now will actually speed up the process to kind of help the body not go through that fatigue. Because, like I said, over time, from the clubbing that we did, the drinking that you're doing, that chick that you said or guy that you said that I don't want to discriminate because the ladies be doing it too. That you said that you call and then you wake up the next day and your friend's like, you remember that guy? You're like, who is that? Mm-hmm. Like I said, remembers all that. So we go through that and our body remembers that and our body will slowly start to get fatigued and our microglia will slowly start to diminish because of all that. And science has now made it possible for us to actually speed up the process with that. But in essence, we don't really need that because it does it itself. But I say that too just because when we go through this process, we have to realize that the microglia doesn't actually work alone. It's in a peripheral type of immune system. So, like I said before, the white blood cells, the circulating white blood cells, the cytokines, the T cells, are also in communication with the brain and the immune system. And under stress or barrier dysfunction, immune signals can cross into the central nervous system or CNS, and it causes like shifting in the brain function, in mood, and in defense readiness. So the barrier separating the mind and the body is porous, but the brain talks to the immunity, and the immunity talks back. And and communication matters, just like in relationships, man. You talk to your missus, man. Transparency and communication and clarification is key in order to have a great relationship.
And like the immune system, she never forgets.
Bro, oh man, don't make me get on that tangent, G. Oh shit. Bro, so you know what? No. Fuck it. That's gonna be my recurring theme of this thing, because I gotta say fuck it, man. You can bleep that out if you want to, man. But I gotta say that like my lady.
Oh, hey man.
My lady.
Hold on, man.
I'll be asking her things and telling her things. She don't remember those. But then she remember the things that when I'm in trouble, she remembers the things. She remembers those things that I did before, and she reminds me of those all the
time. you gotta tell her, hey, you gotta be like the immune system. You gotta remember everything or nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't pick and choose.
You can't pick and choose what you remember.
You gotta remember all of it.
Yeah. So
this is jokes.
This jokes. I love you, love. I love you. I always love you. Okay, all right. This is just for the podcast. Yeah, and we can talk about it later. But that kind of brings me up into the next thing, which is the nervous system and the immunity. So, like the central messengers in this communication is your nervous system, especially like the vagus nerve. The inflammation reflexes, the immune cells detect inflammation and release the cytokines. These signals travel to the brain through fibers, which are like sensory nerves. The brain processes them and sends them back into inhibitory signals. And this is to suppress excess immune responses. So it's almost like the thermostat for your inflammation. But with chronic stress, it throws your thermostat off. Now, I'm not sure about you. Have you ever had your thermostat? Have you ever been in a hot house, man? Like your thermostat ain't working no more?
Oh yeah, no. I've been my family in Jersey. They just put the thermostat low. Like it's just,
it's always hot.
It's just hot in there. Or they turn it off on a 100-degree day, and it's just hot inside.
They just live in pain like that, like on purpose.
Nah, they just used to it. Dominican Republic, so they just hot. So everything is like.
And you want me to go there?
Yeah, they just want.
I'm sweating right now.
Yeah, you gonna sweat over there. You gonna sweat over there for sure.
Bro, that reminds me of my parents' house, man. I'll be going to my parents' house all the time, man.
Legs sticking to the sofa.
Bro, yeah, my pops just standing there watching his old movies. I'm that like, Pops, you hot? Nah, I'm actually cold. Yeah, they got a blanket on. Like, Dad, what you doing? Meanwhile, my mom's in the back with the AC like blasting. She's like, your dad always got it hot in the front room. But like I said, with the chronic stress, it will throw off this thermostat. And under recurring stress, your brain believes that you're going through constant threats. Like I said before in previous podcasts, our brain doesn't know what is our fight or flight. So our brain doesn't know the difference because it can't actually see. Our eyes are the windows. Our brain is in this dark cave in our brain. So if it feels that we are under duress, it's going to be like, yeah, we're under duress. So it doesn't know that we're in a constant stress or duress. So it's going to think that we're in a threatening situation, and when that happens, it suppresses the regulatory signals, and inflammation can get overactive. So that's how stress, anxiety, and trauma, and even negative self-talk can actually contribute to wear and tear of the immune system. So, like we were talking about before, we have all these things that can help with our immune system to keep us healthy, to keep us moving and going, because our body is self-regulating. We can do all of these things, but since we live in America, which we're young, wild, and free, like the Wiz Khalifa song, then we're constantly under duress. We're constantly under stress. We're going through anxiety. We're going through trauma. We may be going through depression, and also, some immune cells, like regulatory T cells, can influence the brain state and modulate mood, fear responses, and memory. So, when your immune system is balanced, it can change your mental state and vice versa. So, Now I'm gonna get back into the regular mode. I just want to get through all that scientific stuff so we can get back to the meat and potatoes. So the question is, how do we turn that dialogue into our advantage? And one thing I want to talk about is it's like I call like a immunity toolkit. We talked about before box breathing. We talked about cold exposure. We talked about I don't think we talked about like vagal vibrations, but I want to go through that as well too, and also like mindful posture and diaphragmatic breathing. So first, I want to talk about box breathing. You know what box breathing is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you don't know, I'll kind of show you. So box breathing, you inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You hold for 4, and then that cycle repeats. This simple breathing pattern shifts the vagal tone and slows down reactivity and improves our anatomic balance. And also, when we get into cold exposure, have you ever done like cold plunges? We got one at the box for sure. Are you doing that mug?
Yeah.
Man, that mug is cold.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's too cold, man. I thought I was a king of cold exposure. I got in that mug the other day. I put my toe in. I was like, nah, nah. But then I talked to Jordan, man. That G was in there. He said, yeah, man, I'd be in there for 5-10 minutes. What?
Yeah, you get used to it.
You get used to that. You get used to it. Didn't you tell me you used to take cold showers?
Yeah, I used to do that. I used to do the cold plunge in the backyard.
Yeah.
I had the tank. When I was doing that,
my man made a homemade DIY cold plunge tank.
When I was doing that religiously, yeah, it was like nothing.
Okay.
I was in there 5 minutes easy.
Yeah.
I remember I went on vacation, and while I was doing that, and the spa at the hotel had a cold plunge.
Okay.
And it was colder than mine.
Oh, really?
But I was the same thing. I went in there at 10 minutes. I'm just chilling in there. Yeah,
It's a warrior. Got that David Goggins and all. Now, throughout this process, like, how did you feel? Did you feel any different when you're taking your cold plunges?
Yeah, I didn't do it long enough to know if I didn't do it long enough to know if the change was gonna do a major change to my body.
Okay.
My mood, for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
It was like I didn't even need. You don't even need coffee. It's just like it brings you back up to speed. It's just my mood is clear. I'm not foggy. I'm not as foggy in the morning.
Yeah.
Everything was great, and I was doing it every morning, so it was a great like pick me up.
Yeah, I love that, man. Like cold, like I love it just because exposing your body to cold plunges, cold showers, ice soaks, the stress activates the sympathetic drive, and then your body rebounds into the parasympathetic repair, and that rebounds your vagal tone. So I'm gonna go into vagal vibrations as well too. That sounds really weird. But it's not freaky, I promise.
Right.
Or nah, that's a different podcast. But vagal vibrations that can include like humming or gargling or singing, and these actually activate the parasympathetic pathways and stimulate the vagus nerve. And because of this shared muscular and neural connection. So like if you ever go into like meditation rooms and things like that, you can hear that they'll put like their hands in a certain type of way to kind of get in tune. They close your eyes and you'll feel like a difference if you go through the motions with that as well too. Also singing as well too. Sometimes I'll be singing as well just to get in that vagal vibration. And then the other one is the mindful the mindful posturing and diaphragmatic breathing. Many of us breathe shallow. We do our chest breathing, so we do just like that. But when we actually do our belly breathing, fully breathing in, going through the diaphragm, releasing out, it influences the vagus and calms the central nervous system, and also pairing that with better posturing and breathing, and having a tall spine and deep belly breathing can actually help be a practical tool for influencing the nervous system to be able to help release stress. So you think about these things. If you add in cold exposure to your daily routines or weekly routines, if you do your meditation or even just box breathing, will help out with stress and anxiety. If you decide not to do that and you go more into more into like the humming, get into a meditative state just like that. That can also help out with anxiety and stress. And then, like I said, mindful breathing, big posture, standing up straight, sitting up straight, allowing yourself to take those deep belly breaths in and out will actually slow down the nervous system and help you get regulate your stress as well too. And then also we have different tools that we can use to actually help regulate and actually keep track of it as well too. A lot of times I used to wear a Whoop all the time. I love those just because it helped track everything: my resting heart rate, my active heart rate, my steps. It include everything, and also it was able to track stress as well too. If I knew I was in a stressful situation, I could look on the Whoop app and it'll be able to kind of dictate all of that. So that's another way. But all these instruments are there for us, and so you don't really need it's great to have different avenues as far as like controlling your central nervous systems that will help you control your immune system. But if you incorporate these types of tools and trades just by relaxing yourself, getting in a less stressed state, you won't need all the fancy pills. You won't need all the types of gadgets. You just need consistent practice and feedback and curiosity. It's good to be curious about these things, to try these things, because everything works, and we live in a world that everyone has information, and sometimes it's good to use that information that we have to help ourselves and our body as well too. I do want to go a little bit deeper as well too. I have this one segment. It's called Mind and Identity Integration. So in this one, what is it? If you believe your brain is passive, you'll treat your health as passive.
What do you mean by that?
So let me go into that more. If you believe you're passive. Look up the word passive real quick. Can you do that? Oh, I'll do it myself. Or you want to do it? I'll do it. So the word passive: inactive, submissive, accepting or allowing what happens to others without actively responding. So if you believe your brain is passive, then your health is passive. So if you believe your brain is passive, you think your brain is submissive or it's not allowing, then your body's going to do the same thing. If you see your mind and nervous system as active agents, then resilience becomes a habit and not a hope. So imagine yourself as an operator of a complex system and not a victim. Our body is a complex system. It's a machine, bro. We're all just souls in a meat bag, bro. And this meat bag that we have has complex organisms, has cells, has muscles, has skeletal structure. And when storm comes, such as sickness, such as stress, such as the high demand that the world wants us, we shouldn't panic. We should regulate, like Warren G, and respond to that. So it's just being when we know that we're going to be under duress, it's important for us to have the structure and the tools and tips of the trade, so that way we don't go into a mode where our body starts to shut down and we become sick. I think about this, like leaders don't collapse, they hold structure, and athletes don't just push harder, they recover smarter. Think about like on your worst days, working out. You go to the gym, you work out with me, we go on this 6-mile run or something like that, like we're gonna do Monday.
6 miles.
I thought that's what you said, G.
Nah, bro.
You didn't say no 6 miles?
No.
What'd you say?
5K.
5K. Oh, that's my
5K.
bad. That's my bad.
Little three piece.
Little three piece. What we doing that under? We doing that in 15?
15 what?
15 minutes.
15 a mile? 15 a mile? 15,
a
5-minute mile, you crazy?
I mean, anything's possible, bro.
No, for sure. We'll get there. We'll get there for sure. Then we do a nice little 11-minute mile.
Man, we could be out there for 45 minutes. You know I'm preparing for a marathon, right? I'll leave your ass.
You good.
Okay.
You don't need to be next to me. You don't be next to me.
I was trying to be nice to you too, G. I was trying to be like, oh, should I?
Running club is about accountability.
It's just about you showing up.
Yeah, it's
okay. It's not about us
like.
It's not about us like.
Hey man, I'm not competing against you, brother.
Like, so I don't gotta like I don't gotta be there just running by you and stuff like that. Like, I can leave your ass if I need to.
Yeah,
we just be like, hey, just follow my steps. If you see me down there, just go all the way down there. If you see me run past you, just know where I was and hit that mark and then come back. Okay.
Hey, but a couple weeks in when I start leaving your ass.
Oh, hey, I love that, G. I love that, man. Shoot, hey, that's what I want, man. It's the friendly competition because the end of the day, like I'm gonna secretly try to seduce you into running this marathon with me at the end of the year, dog.
Pausa.
Yeah.
Pausa. I gotta say that in Spanish. Pausa.
Time out. You don't want to do that.
You said where? Marathon when?
End of the year.
End of the year?
A full
marathon?
Full ass marathon, bro. Running.
Hey, if the Lord got it in the cards,
oh, he will, bro. He will, man. He will. I mean, like I said, the power of the mind is not a joke. All I gotta do is keep shooting shots, and either I'm Steph Curry, or I'm Swaggy P with it. Yeah. Hopefully, I'm Steph Curry with the shot, man. Hopefully, hopefully, one of these things will stick, man.
We'll put the reps in. Put the reps in.
Mm-hmm. So we'll get back on topic, man. But so I look at it like this, like the greatest flex isn't lifting more weights. It's managing your internal state under pressure. Being good within, regulating your nervous system will in turn regulate your immune system, which will keep you healthy. Because when your nervous system is regulated, your immune system becomes an ally, not a liability. So what I want to do for this week, since we kind of talked about, we nerded out a little bit, I want to kind of bring this into like an action, a call to action. So for the next 7 days, anyone that's watching this, I want you to practice box breathing for 3 minutes every morning before you check your phone. But think about it. Our mind, we do this every morning, because I do the same thing, man. We do wake up, turn that alarm off maybe, or maybe wake up naturally, and then what you do, you roll over, get that phone, bro.
You want to hear something? This is sick. This is sick.
Okay.
This is sick. This is what I tell myself.
Yeah.
This is what I've been telling myself, and I have to cut this. I've been telling myself, first thing I do when I wake up, I have to grab the phone and look at it so it can wake me up. So I can see the light can just wake me up.
Is that what it is?
That's what I've been telling myself.
Like, how's that working out for you, G?
It is waking me up.
Okay.
But it's got to be it has to be unhealthy.
Yeah.
It has to be unhealthy. It's got to mess with my.
Oh yeah.
Well, all the words you said today, it's got to mess with all those words.
all them shits.
It's got to mess with all of that.
Man, like, and I'm about to get another tangent. You know, I love to go down rabbit holes, man. But we're gonna cut this short too. But I think of like this, like. Think about it. The first thing we do, we roll over, we turn our alarms off on our phone, which is the first mistake anyways, because our phone is addicting. We talked about that in a previous episode, how our phones are an addiction. And we look at our phone, and then so I know what I would do, man. First thing I'm doing, I'm either looking at a text message. What if I had someone text me and like, just put me automatically in a bad mood. Like, I can't believe this nigga right there. Or I scroll on. I wake up and like, I'm gonna meditate. But first, let me check Instagram real quick. I go on Instagram. I see things on Orange Julius, aka the POTUS. I call him Orange Julius, man. You see message on him. You see, all these other things that may stress you out. Becky did what with who? Yeah. Oh my God, I can't believe that shit. All these things can take effect, and then we're expected to then go into a meditative state. It can be hard. It can be hard to do that. So being able to start our day with it's fine with waking yourself up with a phone, but then starting your day because you think about when you wake up, you have a little bit of time where your brain is still in a state in a high state where you can actually absorb more, and you can actually get into a meditative state more easily. But a lot of times we'll cut that in when we roll over and we start our day in a badass mood. So what I want anyone that's watching this for the next 7 days, 7 days is a week if you didn't know, for the next 7 days, practice the box breathing. Practice 3 minutes of box breathing every day before you check your phone. Even if you got to put your phone in another room and actually like buy an alarm clock. I'm about to buy this alarm clock on Amazon that as soon as it goes off, it like wheels itself underneath the bed or something, and I gotta go chase that mug. Because it help me get up, man. But then I don't have the temptation of actually looking at my phone, because I know when I look at my phone, I'm automatically going to be enticed to look at the apps on my phone and see that one app that's going to cause me to open it, and then I'm going to go down a rabbit hole of doom scrolling. So we do that for 7 days. Do one cold exposure within the 7 days just to see how you feel. And like I said, it can be 30 seconds up to 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how well your body reacts with that. Track your stress. So wearing some type of wearable to track your HVR or your stress score, and then actually journaling. A lot of times I will do daily journaling, and I'll ask myself questions like, did I feel more resilient today? Did I feel more clear today? Was I calm? Was I foggy? Doing daily check-ins in with yourself. We don't check in with ourselves enough. So being able to go through those things and actually write things down and see how you feel you're tracking a journal to see how your body feels and reacts. And you can see the progress that you're making throughout those 7 days. And then if you do that, DM me, tag me, and if you guys any questions with that, let me know, because I'm here to help and I want to help too. So yeah, we got that, and that's all I got for you guys today. So like always, stay pleasant, stay present, stay positive. Until next time, peace.